Sorry about that, guys. That was like only 20 minutes of me. Maybe not 20 minutes, like maybe 15, I want to say, of me talking. And the next thing I know, Fred just decides to pull out the cord again. Which, it doesn't matter, guys. It's okay. He's a dog. He doesn't know better. And, of course, we all love him. Right, Fred?
Ma, tell him to sponsor the channel.
After pulling out the cord, you're expecting me to tell them to join our membership so you can get your fishy cracker fix.
That seems about right. Yep.
That doesn't make sense, Fred.
Right, they're gonna have to pay up. Fishy crackers don't buy themselves.
You're such a jerk when it comes to these kind of things, Fred. But sure, yeah. Go ahead. Join the membership so Fred can get his fishy cracker fix. Okay, anyways. I apologize about that, though. Fred just got really pissed off and pulled the cord out to the PS5. I kind of wish it was just the TV. But you know, Fred, he just loves trying to pick the right one. They can't buy the membership if they can't see me playing. Uh-huh. I'm gonna put you on silent mode for a minute, Fred. Dip, 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 dip. Look at me, and look at the TV. You know what that's there? Yeah, you guys really don't care, do you? Just as long as you get to have fish crackers and playtime outside, and yeah. I'm not telling them to buy you steaks, Fred. Fishy Crackers was already pushing it. You do not need steaks. If anything, I think I deserve a steak dinner. Okay, so let me just make sure. Ow, ow, Duncan. Duncan. Ow, 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 ow. He loves just smashing his lovely teeth into everything. And it's a pain. A big pain. Some people might be like, but Dazzling Kate, why don't you just do something about your dogs? Just put them in a cage. If it was that easy for me right now, I would. But, like, I have a very small room. And if I tried putting them anywhere else outside the room, it would just lead to them barking mostly at cats. And we do not need that. Okay. Fred struck the chord. Here's the new stream. Yeah, I'm just making sure everyone knows in the group and in the community tab that I'm live, so nobody gets all like, "Where's the stream, Kate? Where's the stream?" It's here. Anywho's, let's get on to actually playing. And now I have to restart that entire thing. Okay, now I'm gonna go outside and collect what I need to collect for the... Okay, I got like 3 open slots. Let's... I'm sure there's like some paintings that are probably familiar to like Okay. So that's fun. Just trying to collect everything I can. So I'm making sure I clear out the rooms of the supplies, and I'm gonna put them away somewhere, or I'm gonna carry them. It just depends on what it is. So yeah, I'm trying to take as much advantage of the supplies I have. Okay, I gotta be careful with how many gunshots I can use, because honestly, I have not been able to find any more bullets or things to make bullets. So that's awesome. And of course, I gotta double check for anything I have missed throughout the entirety of the house that I have not touched yet. I honestly think if I just use the, maybe I should go back and grab the lighter and see if that actually works in helping me with the journal. I want to say that it does become less not invisible and shit when you use it. I don't know. Who knows, but let's continue. I know for a factor that I'm gonna have to start focusing on making sure I do these enough consistently so you guys like know what I'm doing. Safe room. Oh, goody gumdrops. Scary thunder in the middle of the night. How spooky. Oh wait, forgot the carton. Okay, let me just store these things real quick. Our goal is to make sure that I live. Okay, so we're gonna have to collect some fuel. Oh wait, I forgot to grab the frickin' lighter. How nice! I forgot what I came in there for. Why am I convinced that there's probably like that's the only way to use the invisible ink? I don't know. I just figured I've watched it plenty of times in horror movies and other action-packed movies and junk. Maybe it might work here. I don't know. But I have been thinking of what could have happened for some of these concepts, like Like, I don't know. I'm just thinking if the roles were reversed with having, like, Claire and Leon explore a freaking creepy ass mansion and Jill and, like, Chris were in the police station still. I don't know. I think it would have gone a little different, but not end the same. Like, it would have been similar to how everything else played out in the original. I was thinking about that because I was talking to my friend about it, and he was just like, "What would you think would be different?" And I'm like, "I'm not too sure because I don't know too much about Jill and Chris to really give much of a context as to who they are as characters." Let me use this. Use. Oh, it's not necessary to use this now? Okay, fine. You guys can't say I didn't try. Oh, my dumbass thinks it. Oh, that makes lots of sense. Oh. There you go, buddy. Okay. Oh, hi there. Ah, fuck you! For fuck's sake, mate! Sorry, guys. I've been saying, like, for fuck's sake, mate, for a while because I've been practicing my British accent, but I don't really think I'm doing a good enough job with delivering on that. That, and I kind of, like, remember watching this, like, this one YouTuber called Bearing, and there were a couple of videos I really so much enjoyed. I just loved his commentary on some things, and my favorite thing to hear him say after like every annoying thing he had to like deal with like watching some of the content that he was going through was definitely the whenever like something off or like, okay, I get it, douchebag, but still, or an annoying moment where it's like, for fuck's sake, don't you understand, like, what you're getting at is pretty stupid? That kind of thing. Okay, so we got some of that. I'm getting used to this through it. Just, it's still kind of a pain in the ass, but I'm getting used to it. I am gonna go save in the other area of the hall. So far, it's been a bit of a pain trying to make sure I don't die, but also trying to figure out when to save. And I figured maybe once I get specific items, like at least more than 4-5 things done ish, that I can. Oh, sorry. Okay. So we still gotta figure out this clock puzzle is my next guess as to what we gotta do next. Maybe-ish. That hall looks like it's problematic. What, do I just, like, start shooting things, like... Oh, right. Equip. Oh, I know I shouldn't waste bullets. For fuck's sake. Ah, crap. Okay, I really shouldn't waste bullets. I gotta use them sparingly, guys. What am I supposed to do, though? I'm trying to figure that thing out. I'm left here wandering alone. I don't really have much of anything going on for me, and, locked from the other side. It's locked. I gotta find an armor key or some shit like that. I guess I'll just double check for any messages. I gotta charge my phone. Oh boy. That should be fun. I guess I'll go check on my other account. I know some people are like, why do you multitask? And I'm like, well, because I like to make sure they were... Oh, goodness. Man. Okay. Sorry, I'm just like responding to something real quick. I did see a message pop up. I'm just making sure I respond to somebody. It's an important client. So yeah, that's fun. Oh. Brian Lanes, welcome to the stream. How's it going, dude? It's been a while, yeah. How am I doing? I am doing great. I'm actually... Oh, wow. I guess I spaced out a lot in the game. I gotta make sure I absorb this. Gotta make sure I grab as much stuff as I can. There's something I still gotta do. Like, find the power to this stuff. How am I supposed to find the power? Last time I saw you stream when you were doing a Nightwing fan comic story. Oh! Oh! Was it like... Oh gosh, I feel like that's been a long time ago. Like, I'm trying to figure out if it was like me reading a comic. Was I writing a comic is what I should be asking, because I remember writing a Nightwing comic at one point on a stream, and that just immediately popped into my head when he said that. That's writing. Oh wow, dang! That must have been like... Let me go check the, like, I want to check how long ago that was. I have my computer in front of me, so it won't be that bad. I know I probably didn't even call it that. I was just like... Maybe I even took it off. I don't know. But damn. Damn. I think I definitely... I either... A, took it off, or B, I probably don't know where I placed it. Oh my goodness. Oh, fuck, that was 2 years ago! I think that was 2 years ago, dude! Cause I was like writing like random comics, like that was 2 years ago. Man, it has definitely been a long time since we talked then. Dang, I really got to try and do a little bit more of that. Like maybe I should do a stream where I talk about my writing process and I talk to you guys about like the new project I'm working on, which is basically making a visual novel game, which requires me to actually write a story. I should probably have that as a stream, you know? Just, like, giving you guys the option to, like, hang out with me, figure out what, like, what's important in writing and stuff again. I really got to start getting back into that. Like, I think that's a little bit more interesting in a lot of ways. Oh, man. Anyway, it's amazing to see you here, Brian. It's such an amazing thing to, like, I cannot talk enough about how excited I am to be able to talk to you again, because let me just tell you, if you mentioned something from a couple of years ago and I'm like, wow, I remember that too. Oh, Fred, you want to say hi to the audience? No, unless you're barking at a mouse and trying to scare it, please don't. Okay, so if I analyzed every area, it's a bunch of spices I've never heard of. It's locked from the other side. What am I missing? Oh boy. We get more bullets. Just what I need. I just need to go store it up. Or I'll just keep it on me just because I know it's like really difficult to try and figure out this kind of stuff. Oh, where I can find it next. Did I manage to clear that out? Oh, I surprisingly cleared it out. Hey, I finally made it to a stream. Hello, Bun of Smokes. How are you today? I am fine. What about you? Like, tell me how your day was. Are you staying hydrated? I'd love to hear about it. Meanwhile, you can watch me get my ass kicked by zombies. And watch me struggle as I try and figure out where the hell... what the hell do I need to do next? Because I know there's something I forgot to do, but I don't know where I last tried to do it. So that's gonna be fun. But what can I... Oh, fuck. I hate the crows. Hi, you little assholes. I'm just... hi! I'm gonna get lost, okay? You go hang up there. I'll hang up... I'll hang up here. Just don't take any shits on me when I'm not looking, okay? I do not need to wash my hair several times, okay? It's hard enough to use shampoo and conditioner. I don't need to use extra, whatever you guys do. Don't do it, okay, please? Anyways, oop. I'm doing good. Did some mowing and cleaned around the house. Been doing a lot of baby prep since seeing as I give birth in February. And staying plenty hydrated. That's good. Like, oh my gosh, like, do you like the smell of, like, cut grass? I think the smell of cut grass is really nice. Like, only when it's, like, during, like, the early spring, not late spring. I want to say early springtime is when I feel like I smell it the most. But that's usually when a lot of people are just like, oh shit. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it's the late spring I'm thinking about. Okay, I do not have the ability to pick up that key, so what would even happen? I'm trying to make sense. Would the thing over here just quickly try and kill me? It's just like, would I have to go... What would even happen? Would I have to go run over here and spare myself? I don't know. I don't know. I gotta really think my methods through. Cut grass makes me sneeze if I'm mowing a particular tall grass patch. It's been raining almost every day for 2 weeks, so the grass has been neglected a bit. I was sneezing the entire time I was driving the mower. Yeah, like, there's, like, for me, it's usually a, like, I don't know if it's, like, tree pollen or flower pollen. I can't go out for some reason during, like, the times when it's super sunny out with the pollen out. Otherwise, I'm just, like, coughing everywhere and being all, like, I can't move, go on without me. But damn, it's... Okay, so we really gotta figure out what to do. Fred, what should we do? That isn't getting fishy crackers. He's like, well, I don't know what else to tell you. Okay, so... I guess I could store some of the stuff. What would happen if I just grabbed that key, though? Okay, first things first, I'm gonna go put my stuff away, save, and then go get the key. That's in that area that I most likely will die in, and I don't want to do all that effort only to just, like, have to do what I did before. It's like a pain in the ass, just going back and forth. So yeah, this should be fun. I definitely gotta make sure I start talking to... Like, okay, I sometimes talk into, like, my phone to... Like, when I'm recording ideas for, like, conversations between characters, and I always come up with the most weird conversation starters. Or I start with... Or I just, like, kind of focus on the element of what would an argument even be about. I've never... Okay, I've been in arguments, but I've never been in a couple argument. Like, you know, when you're just, like, dating someone and then you argue about something. Like, I try to understand the element by watching a lot of TV. It's not the same thing as actually having an argument with your significant other, but I'm just like, okay, if I could do something based off of an argument, like, what would I do exactly to, like, make it seem like that? So what's with the part 2.2 in the title? Did you have a stream crash? It's a funny story. Fred kind of pulled the cord out on me, and yeah, that's what happened. Fred is the problem.
I wouldn't say I'm the problem, Ma. It's you.
Fred, seriously?
I'm just saying. You kinda need to give me credit where credit's due. I made your stream better.
Yeah, you kind of made it better by pulling out the cord. Okay, so anyways. Let's just shove some of this stuff in here and hope for the best. I don't need this. I don't need that. Oh, right. I got actually... I think I'm smart enough to know that all of what I have is totally worth it. To, like, think through. My strategy might be stupid, but at least I'll know what to do if I do die. Which I most likely will die. Because how do I avoid... Wait, maybe I'm not supposed to avoid it. Maybe I'm supposed to just let it come. I don't know. What about your thoughts of Bruce Wayne wearing the Nightwing suit? Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, my dude. Oh my. You're in for a treat because I got a little bit to say about that. And my thing is, why didn't anyone else take over like Tim? Tim is far better suited considering I rather have Tim replace Nightwing for a while and not have like Bruce Wayne, because everyone's gonna notice. Like, you're telling me Bruce Wayne, Playboy Bruce Wayne, isn't gonna be recognized wearing the stupid Nightwing suit and being all sexy? Like, a lot of women are gonna be like, "Hey, that kind of looks like Bruce Wayne wearing a tight Nightwing suit. Yummy, yummy." And like, that's the thing. Like, you're gonna be able to tell it's him when he wears a Batman cape. Nobody can see that ass unless they're fucking Superman. Oh my gosh, I'm going straight into it, I know, but it's just like, you're telling me no woman who's looking at that, who's noticing this new Nightwing is like, huh, that kind of looks like Bruce Wayne. Like, it's showing his hair, it's showing his butt. Oh. But anyways, yeah, I just kind of feel like it's a kind of stupid move. I would rather have seen Tim take over more so than Bruce. I can't say I would see Jason take over because Jason's Jason. I don't think he's gonna replace Dick in that kind of way, considering the stories that are going on right now. I could have seen a different character altogether play Nightwing, take over as Nightwing, because it's a little bit more easier if you're not super fucking built like Bruce is. I'm just saying, people can tell. People can tell. Why else do you think he wears a cowl? Wait, no, I'm not gonna save. No. Okay. Why do you think he wears a cowl? Why do you think he makes sure that nobody can tell it's him, Bruce Wayne? You're telling me nobody can recognize that ass? Anyways, let me read. Bun of Snooks. Okay. Me and my wifey are still in our honeymoon phase. Sorry, I almost said money moon phase. I was gonna be like, girl, can I have some of that money? I'm joking. But anyways, because we've only been married for about 5 months, but we've had our fair share of arguments when we were dating. I don't know how I feel about Bruce wearing Dick's suit. Like, we've had a lot of Dick Grayson wearing the bat suit because Gotham needs a Batman. I need to catch up on comics, so I don't know the context of Bruce wearing the Nightwing suit. Never mind the fact that Nightwing is supposed to be a nimble, acrobatic, slim-built guy, and Bruce Wayne is absolutely yoked. I know! It's just so weird. Like, who thought it would be a smart idea to have Bruce take over? Like, make it Tim. Make it someone else. Like, there's even some characters that would have been interesting. Like, here's an idea. What if it was the guy who was Red X? Like, I know they both have, like, built history of a negative relationship, but it would be kind of interesting for somebody else to step out of the shadows and take over as Nightwing in that way, where it's like, he's already done this before. And now he's doing it again. So, yeah. I would have liked something like that more so than Bruce taking over. Because with Bruce taking over as Nightwing, it just kind of feels kind of stupid. Does that make sense? It feels kind of stupid. Okay, so I might as well just take this Oh boy. Am I stupid? Am I stupid? Am I fucking ass stupid? Am I dumb? Am I stupid? Am I dumb? Well, guys, it's been nice knowing ya. We're dead. We're totally dead. No, she wouldn't be just moaning like that, dying. Like, no, that's not how people die. Yeah, for context, I'm lesbian and I'm preggers via IVF. That's awesome. Like, dude, like, I kind of knew because I was just like, oh, wifey, that's cute. But anyways, I only remember Red X from the original Teen Titans show where it's hinted that Red X was a clone of Robin. Honestly, I would love for that to actually be transferred to the actual comics. There's this guy who takes over, who was originally Red X, but now he's just he takes over as Nightwing. I would kind of like to see that happen, because it would make more sense than Bruce doing it. Because again, I'm telling people this, Bruce is often as a playboy doing something stupid and showing off his skin. He's basically a bimbo. Or I guess a himbo. But you're telling me no woman in Gotham or in Bloodhaven is going to notice that Bruce Wayne is, well, in that Nightwing? No, you can't tell me. You can't tell me he isn't. I, as a woman, would be able to tell this shit immediately and be like, oh, that's Bruce Wayne. And then all that would... I'm just saying. My eyes would be like, oh, that ass looks super familiar. And let me just tell you, it's not going to end well. And I know that, Dick Grayson is kind of the same in that sense, where he does have a fine ass, but with Bruce being more open and more social as a playboy and himbo, he's obviously gonna get a little bit more notoriety from plenty of female readers if they ever were to post his look on a newspaper or a photo is leaked online. They would be like, huh, that looks like Bruce Wayne. But that's just me overthinking it. Okay. Someone on the internet dropped Bruce Wayne in the Robin suit. Oh god. Oh my god, I remember that. Oh my god. I remember reading that one time where he was wearing the original Robin suit. Oh my god. The whole thing, it's just oh god, look at how tight that is. Oh god. Oh no. I hope it doesn't break. Okay, Red X becoming Nightwing would make absolute sense because he's literally a clone of Dick Grayson. Exactly. No one noticing Bruce Wayne is wearing the Nightwing suit is about as dumb as Superman's only identity change is a pair of glasses. Yes, exactly. Which I'm convinced at one point that I think the glasses are a Kryptonian technology that kind of make him look a bit different. I think that would be the only literal way I could really see that working in a way. That's just me, though, because I think, in a sense, that would kind of help make it so Clark isn't, noticed as being Superman. I mean, literally, I think it's a funny joke, but it's just in modern times now, I think it would be kind of interesting to kind of have the glasses sort of be a technology from Krypton that changes the appearance of their, the wearer. Maybe it's some kind of Kryptonian technology for spies and stuff that, Superman's dad created. I don't know. I just think that would be a little bit more self-explanatory than just them being a normal pair of glasses. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Okay, Bruce Wayne wearing that green Speedo would be so spicy. Ooh, yeah. The glasses make more sense in the old Superman movies than the comics because they make it so Clark does shift in this body language to seem smaller, more like a shy, nerdy reporter. Exactly. Like, we really... Wait, did I literally just fuck... Oh, right. I died. I forgot I died. I'm a dumbass. I was like, did the game restart? And Evie's looking at me like, yeah, Mom, it's restarted because you fucking died because you're a dumbass. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. But anyways, I'm going to take a sip. Currently, I'm drinking some normal Mountain Dew because I had some left over earlier. LMAO gal got too invested in chat. Nice, I'm drinking a Sunkissed. Ooh, what flavor? I want to know. But anyways, let's see. Okay, so back to where I was on the floor. Okay, we got a few different places that I have yet to really check through. So we got like this side of the house where I'm in, this side of the mansion where I'm already at, the outside, and in the hallway, there's got to be something in there. And then I got to analyze the dining room in the bit of the hallway, and we just got to figure out what is needing to be unlocked at this point. And how can I manage to not die with the getting that key? That's just a lot going on right now. But yeah, apparently another thing about like the whole situation with Bruce Wayne is that I think like one of the articles I was reading earlier discussed that Bruce was like Catwoman and Batman are done, which again, why would you do that so suddenly? I'm just saying, there's some things that I just think would be like, I know they have like an off and on relationship and it gets really complicated really quick, but I'm trying to understand the logic behind stopping another fan favorite couple. And I get that in a lot of ways people do want to have free reign of just being able to pair up their not their like their own characters. I mean, being able to pair up their like the main couple that they like. Because honestly, I do love me some Catwoman and Batman. But there's just so much they just kind of neglect to do with a lot of it. And I really wish that DC would honestly just have Bruce Wayne finally married. I get that that's not part of his personality as Bruce Wayne, but I think, to me, there's 3 different personalities. There's Batman, obviously, that's the front and center personality. The second personality is Brucey, which I like to call Bruce's playboy personality, and, okay. And then there's finally Bruce, who, well, doesn't get that much recognition because of things that happen. And the only ones who have been able to see it have, okay, cool. We got more bullets. Okay, good. Awesome. Let me see if that helped clear up this map. No, there's still so much there. Okay, I guess there's something in here that I just missed. But yeah, in those orders, it goes from Batman to Brucey Wayne. Well, Brucey to Bruce. Bruce is the inner core personality. It's basically everything that he hides in order to uplift Batman, and then his second personality, Brucey, which is to appeal to, the masses as he's a playboy. But in the inside, he just, honestly, I feel like he neglects to feed his own happiness in a lot of ways, and that's why we don't really get to see much of Bruce as just Bruce. Because everyone's too focused on Batman, or they're focused on Brucey, not Bruce. That's why I'm just like, I insist very much so that if we were ever to get a deep dive into Bruce's like personality as hobbies and interests he has, it would probably shock us a little bit. Oh gosh. Anyways, I've never played this one. I don't think I've actually played a Resident Evil game pre-Resident Evil 4. Yeah, it's like Resident Evil 4 was actually what got me into Resident Evil. It was like the first game I played, and I was just like, I think I was like, it was back in 2010-ish, 11-ish, on the Wii, and at first I was like, I'm not falling for like Leon's emo boy hairstyle and interesting personality. Hell no. But you know what happened? After playing it like 13 years later, or I guess 12 years later, and you guys get what I mean, I actually started to like Leon as a character, and I'm like, damn. And then playing Resident Evil 2 just made me love him even more. I'm just like, damn, this guy's like awesome. Anyways, isn't there a comic where Bruce and Selena get married? Yeah, there is. They don't get married. They do not get married. That entire fucking chapter is a lie. It was an easy job, DC. What made you think it was wrong, huh? Like, I don't mind if they want to play around with Selena's character. I'm all for it. But when it comes to some things, like making sure that you establish something important like that, it's kind of important that you actually let things just happen. There's nothing bad in letting Bruce be happy. I think that's one thing that makes it difficult for a lot of Batman fans and the Batman writers, is that they don't know how to write a happy Bruce. They only know how to write Batman. They only know how to write Brucey Wayne. Never Bruce as a character. And I know that some people might be like, but Batman is what he calls himself. Yes, it is. But because I know a lot of people will go back to that Batman Beyond episode where, like, Terry asks, like, what do you usually call yourself? And it's just like, well, what do you think? Batman. And they're like, oh, yeah, right. Yeah, got it. Sorry for rambling. I'm just like, when it comes to, like, Bruce's personality, I think it's a little bit more complex than just Batman. There's just so much there that I wish people would understand when it comes to his character. Yes, it's hard to dive into, and yes, it's something that complicates a lot of relationships he has with friends, family, associates. It's a very, really messy relationship with a lot of things. But hey, that's just me. Anyways, I never realized how different Bruce and Brucey were. I guess it makes sense, because if he was just Bruce, whenever he wasn't in the suit, he'd still just be like Batman. I feel like if we just had a comic of Bruce hanging out with Tim, Dick, Jason, and Alfred, would be the time when he really lets go of Batman, lets go of Brucey, and lets him be Bruce. Yeah, I think the closest thing to that is probably Wayne Family Adventures. People might shit on it because, you know, it's not a serious crime-fighting, focused comic. Like, just go read the normal comics. This is a web comic. There's going to be differences in storytelling between this version and that version. Yes, crime fighting is mentioned, but it does dive deeper into Bruce and other characters as, like, there's, like, so much there. For one example, Damien's shyness that he has in this comic. Another example is Bruce being competitive with other parents in, in trying to be there for, like, parent meetings and such, and competing with this, like, Karen to outdo each other. That's kind of funny. I admit, I think Bruce being competitive and willing to prove everyone wrong is something I'd love to see more of, because you usually see him be so calm and serious, but I would just like to think Bruce, as a person outside of Batman and the Playboy, is that he's very competitive and won't let anyone win, because he's very used to getting his way. and that could be explored so much more in storytelling. I just know it. Anyways, I'm gonna take a sippy sip, and then we're gonna move on to the next thing what we're gonna do, which I'm not sure. I'll probably like check what I could do to get that key. I can't imagine Bruce going to a PTA meeting for dating for Damien. Why am I here? Damien stabbed a kid. He what? Okay, oh gosh. I'm just like imagining Bruce like going to these meetings and just he's casually there and everyone's just like, that's Bruce Wayne, look at how nice he is, like look at that designer suit, and Bruce is like half dead tired and he's just like stumbling in his chair, rocking back and forth slowly, and they're just like they're too enamored by his like his usual confident self, but really he just wants to go to sleep. And, of course, make sure Damien's not failing chemistry, but we all know he wouldn't. But honestly, a lot of the people, like, when it comes to, like, who would Bruce be with if it's not Selina, I gotta say, there's, like, a few options, in my personal opinion. One of them is probably, like, okay, so there's 3 different options that I think of. And one of them is just kind of like a shits and giggles kind of relationship. That's an extra, so don't take it too seriously, guys, when I mention it. So the first one would be Silver St. Cloud, because I do think she is a neglected romantic partner that we haven't seen in a long time. And with the timeline being different now, I think it would be fitting for her to be reintroduced, especially since she has already been featured in My Adventures with Superman when she was shown as a sort of a love interest for Superman Clark. And it's just a little confusing that a character that like that, who is underrated in a lot of different ways, is being featured on a show like that. I feel like they really didn't look too much into actual characters in the lore and just were like, you know what, that would be kind of interesting, let's bring her involved. But this isn't a Batman cartoon. Well, fuck that, we're gonna make her show up in the show. Like, let's do it. But yeah, I kind of would like to imagine, due to her white hair, she's just kind of like, oh sweet, oh, sweet, I can disregard this mansion key now. I just needed to just do that. I wonder where this leads. Hopefully nowhere where it... Okay, give me a minute. I'm gonna open up my next soda, because honestly this... For fuck's sake, give me a minute, zombie. I need to open this up, okay? And then I gotta take a sippy sip. It's a grape soda, okay? It's probably one of the better flavors, you know? I like the way I would go about it is like grape, orange, and then strawberry. For like the basic fruit flavors that are popular, very popular. Or like, I think there was another one. Where the fuck is that zombie? Oh, wait. Give me a minute to get the shotgun. Oh, fuck you. Oh, gosh. I'm just getting dizzy, just... Oop. It's very rare that I get to have a thought-provoking conversation about comics. I thought you were dead when the zombie grabbed you. Don't worry. It takes a lot more than just that to kill me. Oh, sweet. Another, like, rest area. Let me just store some of my shit in here, and... Well, I guess I don't need to pull much of anything. Maybe just this one, because I do like to make sure I have enough ammo. I got like 45 rounds so far, and I've not I've not have to try and grab any more than that. Oh boy. Anyways, the second choice I would obviously choose for a returning love interest would be Andrea Beaumont, because honestly, with the treatment she's received from DC so far, especially from Tom King, she deserves to at least reappear in some way or form. And honestly, I would not be opposed to Andrea having a child with Bruce, only because I think the idea of Bruce having a almost grown adult as a, like almost a grown adult. I think she would be like in her teens or something, like 15, 17 or something. If we're gonna be logical about that, and I wouldn't mind that. Like, honestly, I would imagine Andrea would definitely keep her kid a secret after, like, declining Bruce's proposal and moving around, having her dad get killed by the Joker, blah, 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 and her keeping her kid somewhere safe, like, with a friend of a family friend or something. That would be very interesting. But yeah, I feel like the limited inventory has got to be frustrating for someone like me, because I tend to hoard stuff in games. An empty inventory is a sad inventory. I know, it's like, it's hard to adjust to this kind of stuff, because honestly, I just want to grab everything and take it with me, because I'm so used to my inventory being unlimited, like Pokemon, when you get all those potions and Pokeballs. But yeah, Brian, I remember a few years ago you discussed about retiring Bruce Wayne and Hal Jordan and ending their story. Do you still want that, or another character should retire? I do think those two characters should retire in a way where it's like they're moved on. They still kind of are present in the crime fighting in a way, like an Oracle or something. I feel like with Hal, it's a definite yes, because I feel like at this point, we just kind of need to see him with a family. It's like, it's so ridiculous that Barry Allen, has a wife, has kids already, Clark is married and has a kid already, and then we have, like, Hal Jordan, who just feels like he would make an amazing dad, in my personal opinion. I think it would be funny if they brought in a character that is his kid, and, he realizes, let's imagine the species actually procreates with another method than just, doing the deed. And Hal's like, but I didn't do anything with you. And it's like, my species works in a completely different way, Hal Jordan. They are your child. And it would be just like, what? Oh. This is one of those funny alien jokes, right? They are indeed yours. That would be kind of funny. I'm just saying, that would be so fucking hilarious that he's just like, wait, we didn't even do the deed, and you're telling me I'm now a dad from not doing the deed? I don't... Because, aliens. I know that's kind of weird, but I'm just like, that would be a perfect kind of way to introduce the elements. Maybe there was romantic feelings, but it's just like, I feel like they probably would create in different ways with some alien life forms, because that's enough energy to kind of conceive in a way, but that's just how I kind of view it. It would be kind of funny. But I would definitely have Hal retire, because there's just so many Green Lanterns, and there's only very few ideas that could really work with him right now, other than being a retired family man who is just trying to focus on that, and maybe he gets called back years later when his kid is a little bit older, like 5, 10-ish older, and it's just like, hey, Hal, we kind of need your help. That's when I think would be the perfect opportunity to bring him back in there. But other than that, I'm just like, people just have to kind of realize there are some different elements of character development that we need to see more of in comics that really feel like should be there already, considering the circumstances of these characters. Anyways. For fuck's sake. Oh, hi there, sir. Would you like a cookie? Okay, good. I don't think Hal would retire with a kid, like, being a dad, whether he's married with a kid. Wait, no. Married to a wife and having a kid. I am really so fucking annoyed with myself. He's happily married and has a kid on the way. He retires. But you know, I don't think the lantern rings really remove themselves unless you're like dead. So he would kind of still be stuck doing semi-patrol, but it wouldn't be anything too serious. Would it be with Carol, though? I don't know. I'm just like, either he's like married and has a few kids with his wife, or he's a single dad. That would be something interesting to see, but then it's also like Bruce is already a single dad. Like, Ollie is kind of a single dad. Like, the relationship between him and Dana are just, like, off and on that I'm just like, wouldn't it be interesting if, like, Hal ended up with Dana? Oh my god, that would be just, oh wow, that would be kind of funny. Yeah, the two work together, and then, like, you know, Dana probably showed interest, like, in Hal and being like, you know, we should get married, because Ollie's a dick now. Okay, I really like the idea that Joker and Batman's relationship is much more than just hero and villain. Batman needs Joker just as much, if not more, than Joker needs Batman. Yeah, that definitely makes more sense. Remember when Hal Jordan went all scorched earth and became a literal Green Lantern god for a bit? I remember, like, oh my gosh. I remember when he was taking care of his niece, and that was my most favorite time for him, was when he was taking care of his niece and literally just being there for her and trying his best for her. And that's why I'm just so pissed off that DC doesn't really want to go back into him being a caretaker for anyone. It's like, come on, that was the cutest relationship between an uncle and his niece, and trying to be a more responsible adult. Like, that's something we don't really see a lot of, is like, aside from Spider-Man having his aunt and uncle as, like, his guardians, we don't really see much of any responsible uncles or aunts in some media, which kind of sucks. But I will admit, it was kind of funny going, oh, wow, we actually opened that door. Let me just take another sippy sip, because I am going into ramble mode. And that's amazing. Oh boy. But I will say that when it comes to a lot of this, like, especially in a sense where it's like, okay, so we now know that that door connects to that, and that's good, because we need to make sure we have plenty of safe rooms, because we need that. Oh yeah, what was my final pairing with Bruce? Outside of Silver St. Cloud and Andrea Beaumont, the third option for me would be Satana. Now, a lot of people might be like, but Dazzling Kate, that seems a little weird. Why Satana? Well, there seems to be a lot of history between the two, even going back to the animated series to today, where there are some stories that connect the two, and the two actually get along fairly nicely. And I gotta say, when it comes to their relationship, it's something I wish DC would expand more on. Because, let's be honest, Selina is not the best girl to kind of help Bruce with his own baggage. She has her own stuff to deal with, unfortunately. And then we have, like, all these other love interests that just aren't really working out for him. It's kind of nice to really think that maybe, just maybe, he just needs a little nice lady with a magic wand and the context. The context. Fred, don't come near the mic. Don't go near the mic.
Ma, that YouTube is not gonna allow that.
Why?
Do you know what magic wand means?
I know what it means, but I think the audience understands. I'm not saying anything weird.
Yeah, just don't say magic wand again.
You just said it too.
Yeah, but not in the context that you said it.
Okay, you're right. You're absolutely right, Fred. And for that, I will not say that in that context again.
Good.
Can you believe him? He's worried that I'm saying stupid stuff. I'm not saying stupid stuff, okay? I'm not saying squat. That... Huh, I actually didn't explore that, did I? Like, I gotta go back in there and go forward. Okay, let me check the map again. But, okay, so it would just be Satana, and of course, not just Satana, but also... This is for shits and giggles, because I'm not saying this will ever happen, because, let me be real, if it did happen, I would be a little bit concerned. But with some of the context I've noticed in DC, with trying to push the idea that Bruce might be into dudes, I mean, I'm not really surprised. But this is for shits and giggles, Satana and John Constantine. An interesting throuple you would never expect, okay? And for good reason, too, because I'm just like, again, shits and giggles. This is for shits and giggles. I'm not saying this will ever happen. This is just something I think would be kind of fucking hilarious to see in a story context. Like, imagine you got a guy wandering around in a fucking bat costume. He's dating a magician and a smelly, attractive hobo who also knows magic, I guess, but he's his own man. That would be kind of fucking hilarious. I'll be real there. But again, shits and giggles, do not get at me and say, but Batman isn't this, blah, 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 blah. I'm just doing it based off what I've noticed from some of the context that DC has been trying to do, and I'm like, okay, fine. If you want that so badly, then okay, sure. You have to give in to that fan service, though, dude. You gotta. Because I can write a pretty mean fan fiction about that kind of stuff, and you're either going to be really freaked out by that, DC, or you're going to be like, that sounds perfect. Which, let's hope not, because my mind and the idea of this, it would not go well. But okay, ooh, wow. I don't know if Bruce will ever actually retire, not for the it's a comic book reasons, but for the fact that he's so nihilated and full of his sense of vengeance and justice that he's gonna wear the cowl until he either dies as Batman or his body just can't keep up with the physical demand of being Batman. Gymnasts are yoked as hell, though it always bothered me that they lost Dick as weighing 170. He should be heavier. He should be like 205 to 220-ish. Is that right? No. I think 210. 210 maybe. I don't know. I hear what you're saying, Kate. Warner Brothers are apparently considering selling DC. I don't know who I want to buy them, to be honest. Yeah, it's kind of concerning when that's happening. Like, holy shit. Like, okay, fine. You want to sell DC? Okay, go. It's so confusing of what they would even do, because considering the circumstances of what they could do. Okay, I'm making sure I'm checking the map. Wrong way, wrong way. What are your thoughts if Bruce Wayne can do a little bit of magic? I guess I would probably say, as long as it's like in the context of how it was featured in that like Satana and Batman book, where they have to stop that, like, they have to perform a spell together every year. Yeah, I kind of understand that. Yeah, in that kind of context, yeah, sure. Anything else, like maybe some basic spells, but I can't really imagine Bruce actually doing them often. But in the case of scenario, if it was very important and it could protect someone, yeah, probably, yeah. But yeah, it's so amazing being able to talk about like this stuff with you guys, because it's been a while since I actually went into discussing comics with in that kind of way, because I just haven't been able to really sort through my thoughts about it as of recently. I think Satana gave Bruce one used gloves that allow him to summon something. That's pretty interesting. I like my brain is just like whacked up on these ideas, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, what was that about again? Blah blah blah. I can't remember. But again, like those would be my three considerations for a possible love interest for Bruce. Either Silver St. Cloud, Andrea Beaumont, or Satana. And possibly John Constantine for like shits and giggles, for like if they want to go that direction with him, go for it. Go all the way, but at least have it make sense. Because if he's having that one moment in that one comic book where it's like, well, you're gonna have to owe me for something after this, and it's like, oh, okay, I can do that. I think I was actually rambling about that with my friend earlier. I think I can actually find that comic page. Like, oh my god. But yeah, it's just kind of funny in a sense where it's like John calling Bruce Gorgeous is just hilarious to me. It's it's kind of funny. And then there was this one scene, I don't know which book it was, but it's just like, I like them big, but this is a lot even for me. And it's like, the first time's the toughest, but I believe in you. I'm a bad influence on you. You can make it up to me later. Like, I don't really see Bruce saying that to Clark or Diana in that kind of context. Like, what would John even do for Bruce? Like, this is making me have more questions than answers, and now my dirty mind goes to places that I'm sure a lot of you have already discovered. Hey, if Bruce can survive a terminal facility, fall straight to the snow, and get up like nothing happened, that the man's doing magic isn't all that far-fetched. I am loving your vibe, by the way. Was that from the Sardasky run? I think it was. My mind's just like, I don't remember like names behind who wrote what, but I think that is a name that was like very associated with it. My brain's probably like, nah, you're running on fumes at this point, Kate. Like, again, I'm just like, wow. Okay. Sorry, I'm just sending a message to somebody. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, so stepping out of DC and into Marvel, what are your thoughts on the nihilistic destiny that comes with being Spider-Man? Like, it doesn't matter who is the Spider-Man, their life is destined to be shitty. Sardasky did start leaning towards Bruce being bi. I always thought that was dumb since I'm pretty sure Peter married to MJ was when the character comic-wise was at its peak. I can't remember the actual comic. I just remember the panel of him smacking down into a snowy mountain and walking it off like ain't shit but another Tuesday. Okay, let's see how I can get that damn key and not die. That sounds like a fun idea, guys. So Resident Evil getting key in what is this place called? Let me see. I want to say I don't know what it's called then. They don't really give these rooms getting key without dying. But yeah, I can understand like I'm not too against Bruce being bi-ish. Now this isn't me saying let's go for it, but it's just like to me, I think he's just kind of like getting to this phase where maybe his brain's getting a little bit too like scrambled at this point. And it's like I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. DC can actually you can use that as an excuse. Sure, go for it. I can't really see him with Ghostmaker though. Like I don't get that one. Like no. If you want, like, it's the confusing elements to me is that, like, Catwoman's already by, Poison Ivy's already by, Harley Quinn's already by, so there's gotta be some characters who are just, like, bi-curious and they feel like they have to kind of continue this relationship because that's what people expect from them. Because if they say they're not into, being, like, in that category anymore, it's like they gotta fight with people about it, and I think that's the unfortunate side effect of writing characters like that. It's that you have to make sure that in the context that people understand. They're like being a bi person, from what I've noticed from my sister, it's a very, very divided up world. You know, the gay the gay friends are gonna be like, nah, you're just totally, totally gay, not straight. Like you're not into into the opposite gender. You're just like thinking you're that way. Or when your straight friends are like, well, you're not gay. Like it's like then they just push it against each other, and it's like, how do I just say I was just curious a little bit and then I just kind of got out of hand? Like, how do you do that? I don't know. It's just so weird because it's like, can't we just have a story where somebody's just like curious of what it was like, and then they just at the end they just realized, okay, maybe they're like I'm not saying like bi representation is not needed. I'm just saying there are some people who are, curious, but then when they do experience that, it's like I'll have to use my own experience of what happened to me one time. Now, I ended up going on a date with a really nice girl, and I was just confused. I was in my early 20s. I'm not trying to discredit anybody when I talk about this, but I was always taught by my friends, especially fangirls, like, we try to stick together, but it's like, sometimes, in some ways, it's its own toxic community in itself. And it's like, you have all these people saying, oh, you're so brave and amazing for coming out, blah, blah, blah. Like, maybe you should just, like, give it a chance. And then I was like, okay, maybe I might be this way. And then I did go on a date, and it's like, I didn't feel anything afterwards. I felt bad because legitimately, I really did like this girl as a friend. I didn't like her romantically, but I didn't know how to say that to her, and it's just like, the awkwardness of trying to explain that and feeling like I'm betraying somebody. It's like that. Like, maybe I'm just overthinking it, but I think, okay, honestly, I'm just trying to understand where the frick I'm gonna... Okay, I'm gonna figure out where the freaking key locations are, because I'm getting irritated. Yeah, I honestly don't get Ghostmaker as a character at all either. I think the real life solution is just to keep who you like to yourself. Yeah, it's something like that. In a lot of contexts, yeah, sure. Like, there's a lot of things that some characters just can't just talk about with their dating life, and that's totally okay. I think when a lot of people want to try and make it into a situation where it's like, well, you're against them, you're blah blah blah, or you're just thinking you like them. It's like there's just a lot of people who just fill other people's heads, but like maybe you should just try and give it a try. Like maybe you're just overthinking it. Like you're gay, or like people just telling other people how to feel about this situation that they're in and confusing them even more. And it's like, it's really annoying. I definitely had some family backlash for coming out as lesbian. Could have gone about it better, because my strategy was to invite my girlfriend over as a friend and kiss her in front of my dad and grandparents. Probably shouldn't have done it during Thanksgiving either. Oh my goodness. I feel for you right there. Like, this is the kind of stuff I read and have listened to my like best friend about, and he's very, like, he and me are very close, and he came out, and then he was kicked out of his house by his mom, and then he had to move in with his ex, and then one bad thing happened, like one bad thing happens after another bad thing for them, and it was just so, it was so hard to listen to, because I'm just like, I'm very sensitive about that kind of stuff. I get very intensified with my emotions, and I become very protective of people when they tell me what they've been through, like hell to back, and then I'm just like, how are you still standing? Like, oh my goodness, like, you poor thing. And it's just, And some people might be like, dazzling K, that's like, sometimes you gotta stop being sensitive. And I'm like, it's hard to do, dude. It's really hard to do, dude. Okay, oh, wait, I should probably read the locations again. So I gotta get the sword key first. Wait, it's inside the Book of Curse? Wait, where is the Book of Curse? Didn't I already have that book? The Book of Curse, like... You're telling me... Was that a different book? I don't know. On the back of it, it was like... But yeah, my grandpa was honestly the most understanding right off the bat, because his response was, well, as long as I don't walk into the living room and see you scissoring, then I'm fine with it. Oh my god. That kind of reminds me of my own grandpa. Like, really chillax about some things, and he's just like, well, whatever rocks your boat, kid. Want a beer? Because I want to share my beer. And of course, I never took him up on that offer, because, you know, don't need grandma telling me I'm off my rocker for like getting drunk at 19. Oh my gosh. My grandma lost her shit because she's very Christian, and I still thinks I'm going to hell. But since I'm carrying her first grand, great-grandchild, she's lightened her tone a bit about it. My dad just walked outside, smoked a joint, didn't say a word to me for like a month before he finally sat down and said, "You know who you love, and I can't change that, kiddo." It's really interesting how, like, I love being able to learn so much about life experiences from my subscribers and friends and associates. It's always like, some people might be like, I'm oversensitive when it comes to wanting to learn about you guys as people, but I think it's something I have the tendency to do. I like reaching out. I like talking with you guys. It makes it so much like we're friends on like online here and just, hanging out, just being dorks and just talking about life. Kind of makes me feel like we're all in the same room, you know? But anyways, now I gotta make sure I find the frickin' keys. Shield key, okay, the shield key is in the dining room. How is the fucking shield key? It doesn't give information of where it is. It just says it is there. Okay? Wait. Okay, maybe if I just put, like, shield key in, it'll give me more information. Okay, so the shield key can be found in the dining hall after obtaining the gold emblem and replacing it above the fireplace. Okay, how do I get the gold emblem? Like, let's see. The gold emblem is an event item that can be found in Resident Evil. So I gotta go to gold can be swapped with the bronze emblem, the dining hall to retrieve the shield key. Location: the emblem is found in the secret passage inside the bar. Playing Moonlight Sonata on the piano will reveal the entrance of the gold. How do I get to the frickin' bar? Like, one thing leads to another. Which order am I supposed to find these damn keys in? Like, is it the sword key I have to find first? Let me see. Okay. Let me check Reddit, because at least with Reddit it might get me straight to the answer of where it is. That doesn't tell me where the key is. I love hearing about other people's life experiences and learning about how different and similar their lives are compared to mine. Yeah, it's really nice to hear, like, hey, I'm not the only one, dealing with this situation, or I'm not the only one who likes this specific band or this specific game. But yeah, this is really creepy. that. I had a mansion key. Is the sword key not... I don't... Okay, let me see. Are the sword key and the mansion key the same thing? To get just curious. Unless you examine the design of the key, all the associated armor are called mansion keys. Oh! Oh, I should have examined it, so I don't need to find the sword key anymore because I didn't examine it. And my dumbass is like, yeah, you dumb bitch. That makes me feel so much better that I'm not... that I just should have just looked at it. Anyways, take care. I need to get some sleep. Awesome to watch a stream from you again. It was awesome having you get to watch too. It's just amazing to have seen you, Brian. Until next weekend, I do streams now from 9 p.m. Like, starting at 9 p.m. Central Time or 10 p.m. Central Time is where I usually start the gaming streams. From Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you'll find me on live during those days, playing the Resident Evil series. I'm trying to go through all the games, so this will be fun. So yeah, have a nice night and stay hydrated. Let's continue and try and find the other keys. Which, I gotta think, maybe I gotta find the shield key next, so... Shield key... Location... The armor key is located on the third floor in a hallway with suits of armor at each end. Oh, the armor key. The grandfather clock in the finds moves afterwards, revealing a compartment of the key. So I gotta find the gold emblem. Okay. Wait, bar location. Let's look for the bar. Not bat, bar! Bar location. Anyways. Whoop. No joke, my parents thought I was going to be a boy, and my name would have been Brian, like my dad. But when they realized I was a girl, then they named me Brianna. Aw. I mean, it's still a cute name. Like, it's an awesome name. Like, it's just really funny that I look back to when I was, like, first thinking about my name. When I was a kid, I could never spell my name right. Like, despite, it probably being the easiest thing to... Okay, it wasn't the most easiest name to remember. It was a long name. It's kind of why I call myself Kate and not my other, like, my full name, because if it was my full name, it would be so much longer of a username, and you guys would have to be, like, stuck calling me, like, Dazzling Catherine, like, nah, no thanks. No thanks. So it's just Kate on here. Okay, so... let me check the map. So, basically, the bar is... yeah. How do I get... how do I get access to that is the thing. Okay, how to get to bar. To bar room. Oh, for frick's sake. I'm probably gonna make sure I don't go nutso. But anyways, guys, I am curious. Like, would you like for me to talk about like my original characters for like Resident Evil? I just want to like check in and see if you guys are interested. I do like rambling about Fawn, and I'm trying to like figure some things out for survivors for this situation, like another survivor that she encounters to kind of like have her own story outside of Leon and Claire's story. I'm just kind of trying to think maybe I should have a character that is in Resident Evil 1 who just kind of becomes the survivor in the second game, and then he dies, and it's like it's something like that. That would be interesting to do. Like, I'm trying to figure that stuff out. Because honestly, I'm just like, I'm gonna go nutso talking about it. But I think I might do something a little different than I would have thought. Like, playing around with concepts, like ideas that this person could be a friend to Fawn that was part of the stars and they star team, and they just like they somehow end up dead due to like I don't know if they get infected, or maybe it's like some kind of wild accident and it makes Fawn realize she should have actually been more resourceful and actually fight. But it's just like, it's debatable. I'm thinking about that. You need the shield key to get in there, not the armor key. You get the shield key by finding both pages of the Moonlight and the piano and the bar. How do I get the fucking bar? Like, wait, armor key. Okay. After I use the armor key in the painting room, so we gotta actually get the key that is the death trap key. So that's fun. Ooh, speaking of Resident Evil, what if Resident Evil 9 opens with Chris having to survive in a mob like the very end of Hollow Reach? He dies and we spend the rest of the game switching between Leon, Claire, and Jill. Oh my goodness. That would be very interesting. I kind of wish they went with a different, like with a different concept for, like, a future game. Like, because I remember people talking about Resident Evil 8 and how it was very similar to Resident Evil 4, and I'm like, I'm tempted to try and get some time to get that game to play it, but I'm just like, that's only because I'm a huge fan of Resident Evil 4, but I'm like, I don't know, it would be more easier to like make another game based off of like it being a prequel of some kind, and maybe introducing a new character while we're at it. It's kind of debatable. But okay, how to get the armor key. Let's try and do that. Let's try and get the armor key. I'm watching a YouTube video because I do not have time to... Where the fuck would I find that? I think they're making bacon and eggs downstairs. Smells nice. But yeah, sorry. I'm just like, I'm noticing that smell and I'm like, dang. That's a switch. Where am I supposed to find that switch? A coin was sitting in the collar. Oh, where am I supposed to find that? I just look at it. Obtaining the armor key. Like, where the fuck is this? Is it somewhere? Oh, no dogs are spawning in the balcony. Am I the balcony too? The dog collar. Oh. Oh, it's from a dog. Okay, I can definitely work with that. Resident Evil 8 definitely has some aspects that you find in Resident Evil 4, but once you get out of the first area, it really becomes its own game, especially in the factory. Dang. Like, yeah, I'm overthinking some stuff. Let's see. I guess we should probably get back to that other area. Do I have enough bullets? I got 3. So 15 bullets left. I can work with that. But I think most of the Resident Evil 4 aspects in 8 were Capcom testing the waters to see if Resident Evil 4 Remake would be viable, like the inventory in Duke / Merchant. Yeah. Let me be real, I'm just like... I kind of wish they had a separate story for, like, Louise. Like, kind of what they did with, like, Ghost Survivors, but for, like, Resident Evil 4, where we have, like, Luis actually surviving, where it's just, like, he manages to get, like, you know, wake up, and it's just like, shit, where the fuck did Leon go? And then he has to, like, work his way through the island, and notice that, like, you know, like, he manages to get picked up by the helicopter, gets, like, quickly, like, fixed up to help Leon in the final battle and shit. That would be pretty epic. I will not lie there. That would be pretty amazing because this character deserves a lot more recognition, and I will die on that fucking hill. I don't care what people say. I do not care what people say. Okay? Okay, so, let me check the map. I am thinking, though, I should probably definitely have a moment where... That sounds like a baller scenario for Louise. It's something. Like, I'm trying to think of what else would a good story be for him other than to... I don't know. It's just like, I'm trying to think of how else would it be a good survivor element. Because I like Ada. I like Ada a little bit, but I feel like they totally wasted the opportunity for Luis to get a, like, you know, some more recognition with his story a little bit more. Like, maybe it's not even, you know, after somehow managing to survive that wound from Cross, but, like, maybe before, when he's escaping from the lab and trying to get out and find a way out of the village, and then, you know, contacting Ada and meeting up with her. Like, I don't know. It's, again, a character that's totally wasted because Capcom just loves to waste their perfect good ideas on making sure that we don't get to see too much interesting elements, and I'm just like, again, I will die on that hill. I will die on that hill. Let me just grab one of these plants, and then I'm gonna combine it with, like, the green one. Okay, clearly, buddy, you're not even... His death is definitely a lot more heartbreaking in the remake, because he's mostly absent in the original, so his death doesn't really have much impact, aside from going, oh, that guy died. Well, time to keep going! I honestly wished that, like, Leon and Luis had a conversation, because with the evidence we were given in the, like, from the village, was that Luis was that child that was spoken about in the journal, and I kind of wanted a moment where Luis and Leon spoke about their past trauma, like, you know, I kind of wanted to see Leon just be kind of like, well, what makes, like, you're a complete monster for what you've done with Umbrella, and I don't know, I'm expecting some kind of interesting argument, and then Luis just kind of drops it and is just like, Do you know what it's like being raised here? And I just honestly, I would love for those clues to just kind of drop and Leon kind of being like, wait, you were the one that I, like, just like him just kind of bringing it up casually. And it's just like, Luis is like, oh, so you go around reading people's journals. How nice of you. How nice of you. Like, oh gosh. I had a bit of a crush on Luis when I played the original. Mans had that mysterious naiveness about him, and he was just the subject of many fantasies. Exactly. That's why I was so bummed out that they didn't do much of anything. And let me be real, Luis could fit perfectly into the crew, and I could be like, I'm convinced that maybe if they wanted to, because, fuck continuity in some ways, because honestly, with the way that they kind of deal with it now for Capcom in the current Resident Evil games with the newer storyline plots, I wouldn't be surprised if there was like some kind of effect that Luis got from maybe the Plaga in a way. I'm just saying it would be interesting to see him come back and everyone's like, who the fuck is this guy? And Leon's like, wait, shit, you're alive. That would be kind of fun. I'll admit, I would be all open if Capcom did that, like being all like, okay, here, you can have them now. There you go, ladies. Never mind the fact that Luis gets killed by Saddler's dick tentacles in a callback to Bishop's death in Aliens. Oh god. Again, I'm just satisfied that they changed the death. Because it was really awkward just knowing all that and just, man could have had a more epic death, but that kind of worked for him. Honestly, it's just amazing to see what they did to update some of the stuff. I can't wait to play Resident Evil 4 with you guys, but that's probably going to be after I play Resident Evil. Like, this game, Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil 3, so we work our way through the timeline and you guys get to be happy to at least watch me die several times before I get to have that nice amazingness of being able to play Resident Evil 4 in satisfaction, might I add. Yeah. Ooh, kind of like Sherry getting a healing factor from being infected by the G-Virus. Yes! I would have expected at least something like that from the Plaga, and Luis just somehow managing to get past that, and he has, maybe he's either brought in by TerraSave, or he's working for the government, but I would kind of imagine maybe TerraSave, because, I think it would be interesting for a connection between him and Claire. Let me be real, I would love to see these two be besties, because they kind of, I feel like they would bounce off of each other, I think they would bounce off really well off each other. And for them to do that, it would be fun. It would be a lot of fun. Because I would assume maybe Luis is just, trying to flirt with Claire a lot, and she's just like, yeah, nice attempt, but maybe next time I'll take you up on that drink offer. And it's just like, Luis is like, okay. And he's just like, oh my god, I think I love this woman a lot more than, most of the pretty girls I've met. That would be an interesting relationship. Let me be real. If Claire can't have Leon, at least give her Luis. That would be pretty something. That would be pretty much something interesting. Okay, and there's a door on the wall. As soon as you get out, then you find the pit now. You find the imitation on the dog collar. You use the dog whistle and kill the dog. Where am I supposed to get the fucking dog whistle? This is sending me on a wild goose chase, guys. First, I need to find a bar, and then I get led to another place, and it's like... Oh. Okay, let me just... Where was I? Oh, right. Resident Evil. Where to get The dog whistle. Like, holy shit. Is placed under a chessboard in the second floor east study. Okay, where the fuck is that? Wait, I think I bumped into it. But my dumbass probably put it in the storage thing. Let me, hi, good dog. Hi, old yeller. Hi. Ah! I got a shotgun. But yeah, I would imagine maybe, like, that's probably where I'm gonna go with the direction for my, like, my idea for Fawn appearing in Resident Evil 4 is that she's sent to Spain to try and convince Luis not to give Ada the sample, and that he can just come with her, and it would be a nice and steady, thing going on. And, Luis obviously doesn't trust her for clear reasons that, maybe she might turn him in and just, cause more mayhem for his life. And it's just something like that I would love to explore more with this character. So that's probably where I'm going to go with that with that story. Just because I do like the idea of Luis surviving and hanging out with Claire and fun. But okay, map. Okay, so... Yeah, it is surprising. It is surprising that PETA hasn't gotten involved. That's crazy. But yeah, let me see if there's anything in the storage box. That looks like the dog whistle that I saw. But yeah, I would imagine a lot of the storytelling I'm probably going to end up writing for after this stream is going to be fun. But I'm thinking maybe Fawn does... like, she's sent to retrieve Luis, and he's just, like, reluctant to work with her, because, it's possible that he might get turned in, and he does not want to deal with the consequences of his actions at that time, which is why Ada would be a better option for him to work with at the time. But when, I don't know why she leaves, because I have yet to actually play through the entirety of... like, separate ways. So I don't really know what happens in that. Wait, I freaking went through the door. Ah, fuck. But yeah. I would imagine for their connection, though, that a lot of the time it's just... Okay. It's locked. Okay, let me just... I'm checking every area. Wait. You can feel the heat from the light on your skin as you approach. Okay, I don't care. But yeah. She would definitely be, like, after... like, probably would be following Leon and Luis after what happened. Specifically Luis. And when Cross actually, kills some quotation marks around that, she would probably show up and just start tending to his wounds, like, just reminding him, hey, yeah, like, yeah, you're an asshole You think you probably deserve this, which you probably think you're right there, but there's actual people out there that could actually use your intelligence for good. And then things like, carry off from there. Okay, is this where the frickin' door is? I know I should check the map constantly, but I'm just like, I'm trying to get used to things on my own. It's just a big pain in the booty. Wait. Let's see, is there anything over here? Yes! Take the dog whistle. Just what we need. A crumpled memo. Today, Sir Spencer told me to hide something where no one could find it. Well, I had this idea. I figured if I could somehow have it protected by a dangerous animal like the vicious canine that lives here, no one would be able to get near it. As far as I can tell, the mud is always hanging around the second floor balcony on the west side of the terrace, and he ought to come running at the sound of a dog whistle. This is where you come in. The only thing is, I reckon you're the only person that can get near that damn dog without risking a serious mauling. Which means only you can put this collar on him. The object that Sir Spencer wants hidden is concealed inside. You're the only person I can trust with this, of course. You'll get something out of it as well. Remember that certain item that you always wanted to get hold of? Well, in exchange for your services, I just might be able to get it for you. This could work out well for both of us. Okay, so chessboard card from the Armory. Checkmate. That is actually surprising. Isn't the lore that Luis was a former Umbrella scientist, or is that just headcanon? Oh, it's confirmed. In the gameplay, you do actually get information from the file that he did work for Umbrella. Leon actually brings up, like, why did you work for them? Why are you trying to help us now? That kind of thing. And Luis is just like, it makes me feel like, a little better about what I did. And that's why I kind of think he's a perfect character to be redeemed and used in future games, because I think just dying there is just like, it's a wasted opportunity, okay? Oh, I gotta respond to someone real quick. But yeah, what was I doing? I gotta remember what I was thinking-ish. Okay. Okay, so I think I know where I need to go. I just gotta make sure I have what I need. Wait. Okay, so I got healing. I only got two shotgun bullets left. I should probably get another cartridge of bullets, but unfortunately I do not have shotgun bullets, but we're gonna have to figure that out a little later. Let me just save right now. Because I want to at least make some progress with trying to get... Okay, save successful, perfect. So our mission is to make sure we can get to the outside balcony. That should be easy, right? Oh shit. It's officially broken now. That's good in a way, I guess. I guess I have to use the other method, which is a little longer, but it's not that bad. Trying to figure out the hallway mulcher puzzle. Okay, so I just got to turn this way, this way. It's gonna be one hell of a time. Okay, so resembles a woman. How am I supposed to get? Requires if you're playing. Oh wait, this location requires the lockpick if you're playing a show, or if you're playing a show from the inner hallway. Okay, so wait. Oh, my dumbass is stupid. Okay, I don't go from there. I gotta use the other way. See, this is why I think... Well, I think this is why I'd rather deal with tutorials a little more. Because I'm not... Come on. It's locked from the other side? What the fuck could be on the other side? Are you shitting me? Is there no way I can actually... For the love of potato bread. Oh, right, Now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna, like... Okay, so... Okay, so sorry about that, guys. Just trying to figure out how the way. Oh, maybe it's the other way. That way. That probably makes more sense. Let's go try it. Let's hope that I can act. Oh wait, no, I don't need to do that. But yeah, I'm probably gonna get off in like 20 or so minutes. But I want to at least try and get the key thing figured out, and then I'm gonna make sure I can actually make some progress in there. Because otherwise, it's just a pain in the ass not trying to. Yeah, Why didn't I do that before? My stupid dumbass didn't notice the door there. I thought it was something, like, I thought it was a wall. Oh, sweet. I didn't even have to try. Thanks. Oh, for fuck's sake, mate. Okay. I think I targeted that one well, too. Anywho's. We finally got the stupid color, which I really wish... this stock was any more discard? Yes. Because I don't need it anymore. Now we're gonna... I'm gonna go to... How many times do I have left to save? Am I confident enough I can do it without it saving? I think I'm pretty confident. I think I'm pretty confident. Watch as I die and I didn't do it fast enough, guys. That's totally what's gonna happen. Wait. Anywho's, let me take another sippy sip. Okay. Oh, wrong door. For fuck's sake, mate! Oh, fuck me. knew they would become more faster. I did not know that. But yeah, changing the way I'm sitting to kind of find some peace within me to continue. Yeah, I forgot to take my pill again. I'm dumb. I should probably remind myself with like another timer or something. Great googly moogly. Where did the other one go? Guess I only took one out, which is weird. Thought it was two. But how much do you guys want to bet I will die? Jill probably thinks I'm gonna kill her by accident because, you know me, guys, I'm pretty... Yeah.